Hi folks, this is your MWIS Fleeting View for the week ahead. It's a fairly unsettled outlook for a few days, with the risk of some further thundery bursts of rain and some more persistent rainfall at times as low pressure is nearby. Just a hint of improving though toward the back end of this week. There's the chart for Monday. Low pressure is centred toward the southwest and it will circulate here for a few days this week. Fronts moving into Wales, bringing that persistent and increasingly heavy rain, especially into the afternoon, quite widely. Northern England is largely dry, some rain fringing in from the west later though, with some sunshine, rather hazy, some early mist and fog patches and cloud on the hills will tend to lift and break. For the Highlands, that risk of some hit and miss thundery downpours across central and more western parts forming into the afternoon. One or two bursts of rain could even be around from early in the day, the remnants of storms from late Sunday night. Strongest of winds coming in across Wales, reaching gale force 40 or 50 miles per hour into the early afternoon on high tops, and quite gusty across more eastern tops in the Highlands too, and some local southern gusts around any of the thunderstorms that do form. Temperatures fairly warm and it will feel rather humid as well. Let's run that sequence further onwards then into Tuesday, and that rain system over Wales moving further into northern England and southwest Scotland into the early hours of Tuesday. It'll get rather stuck here, a rather wet day across the Pennines, the lakes, into the southern uplands, central and southwestern parts of the Highlands too, with some persistent and heavier bursts of rain in the mix at times. Some drizzly conditions further eastwards into the Cairngorms and around some of the northwestern Highlands at times as well. Some drier and brighter spells locally across those furthest northwestern mountains. Brisk east to southeasterly winds across the Highlands, then quite gusty in places. You can see how even by the evening that rain really hasn't moved much across northern England. A bit brighter across Wales, but the risk of one or two showers forming during the daytime. Those could be heavy in places and rather blustery here again. That front started to fizzle out across northern England overnight and into Wednesday, but still at risk of some patchy rain and some further showery bursts which could just brew up again during the afternoon. Low cloud across more eastern mountains in Scotland could be rather persistent, coming in on the easterly wind flow off the North Sea. One or two local showers forming in the afternoon. Many places may well avoid these for the Highlands, with best of cloud bases and breaks out towards the west. Lighter winds by this stage overall for most of England and for Wales. You can see how low pressure hasn't moved very far, even by Thursday, centred toward the south. Easterly wind patterns rotating around that then, with some fairly warm and humid air still coming in off Central Europe, and that's the recipe for rather murky conditions across eastern Scotland, with some low cloud across the hills, drizzly bits and pieces of rain, and the odd showery burst in places. Western parts of the Highlands favouring better for some brighter spells, but a lot of cloud cover for many. Across England and Wales, again, the risk of one or two showery bursts of rain. The odd heavier or thundery outbreak could just develop across Wales by the afternoon. Just watch the details on that one. Still the risk of a few showers on Friday, that easterly wind pattern continuing, meaning that eastern hills are more prone to low cloud. High pressure, notice, is just starting to build both to the east and the west, and that may expand further across northern Britain as we head into the weekend, so looking more favourable for some drier conditions into the weekend. We'll keep up to date with those developments. That is your Fleeting View. Thanks for watching.